Okay, so here's our final copy of the Sci FSE. So I'll go ahead and load in. It's a pretty big program, so it might take a while. Alright, here's the menu. We have new game where you can create your character, have save select where you can select your save. We have the instructions, and then the credits. There's also some music playing. I'll go ahead and mute that for now. Head into the new game. I'll create an archer character. There's 3 different characters you can choose between. And I'll name him Test. So click the check mark to head on into the world. There is basically a little panel that shows the story. It's like a letter from the mayor. So I'll press enter to continue, and we load into the world. So now I can move around. I can press C to get into the in-game menu, mini menu I guess you can say, where you can do a bunch of different things like return to the main menu. You can check your inventory and see all the items that you already have. You can save your game, which I'll do here. And if I go back to the main menu and I go to save select, now the save is there, so I can join it. And lastly, in the in-game menu is the profile, which shows some basic information about your character. So I'll press X to get out of the in-game menu, and I'll encounter a battle after, I think it's like every 150 stat. Oh, here's an enemy slime, which is the easiest type of enemy. So there's 3 different options you can do. You can attack, you can use an item, or you can run. So I'll go ahead and attack here. I'll stop the slider as close to the middle as possible to do as much damage as possible. And then when the enemy attacks, there is some obstacles that you have to dodge. So I'll go ahead and dodge most of these obstacles. If I get hit just like this, then I lose some health. And then my crown turns green, which basically means that I'm immune for the time being and I can't take damage for that period of time. Just to make it so that you don't instantly lose all your health when you hit an obstacle. So I'll go ahead and attack him again, and it'll deal enough damage to finish him off. So I'm back in the overworld. I'll encounter another enemy slime, so I can show items. So you can use one of your items in your inventory. I'll go ahead and use a health potion here, and it will use up my turn, and the enemy gets to go. And basically they'll attack me. I have to dodge its obstacles again. So I'll go ahead and do that. Once I dodge all the obstacles, then the enemy attack is basically complete, and I get to move again. So it'll take a little while. The obstacles are pretty long, but eventually we make it out. So I'll go ahead and run here. I actually failed the run, so I have to dodge the obstacles again. I took a little damage there. Once again, my crown's green, so that means I can't take damage for that period of time. Like if I touch the obstacle while my crown's green, then I don't take any damage. And I will let that finish up, and I will try to run again. And this time I was successful. So it's like a 50-50 chance early game to run away from an enemy. And yeah, that's basically how enemy encounters works. So I'm going to head into my in-game menu, and I'm going to save my game right here. And I'm actually going to edit that save file and teleport myself to the town, because it'll take too long to walk all the way over to the town and show everything there. So I'll go ahead and do that right here. Go into the savefile.txt, and this is basically where we record all the basic information that needs to be saved. So right here are the coordinates of the player. I'll go ahead and change that to -716 and -768, and I'll change the map to map 2, which is the town map. So if I save that and I head into the program once again, and I load up my save file in save select, then I should be in the town. So I'll let that load up, and I'm in the town now. So there are some NPCs here that I can talk to, and they have some dialogue. There's a mayor over here that I can talk to as well. He has some dialogue. And if I head over to the shop on the left, I can actually go inside there to buy some potions that I can use in the middle of battle. So it takes a little while to load, but here are all the potions that I can buy. Many different types that do different things. I have 115 gold on me, so that's enough to buy a large health potion, so I guess I'll do that. So my gold expends, and now I don't have enough to buy anything. So if I try buying something, it'll say I don't have enough gold to buy it, so I'll just exit the shop. Now if I go over to my in-game and check my profile, I actually have a little bit of XP that I gained from killing the mob from earlier, and basically if I get 100 XP, I only have 20 right now, but if I get 100, I level up to level 2, and my total HP increases. I also get a little bit of gold from each enemy that I kill. So I'll head out of there, and I will head over to the next map to show off the harder type of enemy, which has different attacks and higher HP. The attacks are actually notably harder. I'll go ahead and save here, just in case the worst happens and I die. So if I encounter an enemy here, I'll just wait for an encounter. All right, and we have a goblin now. So now this has more HP. If I go and attack it, then its attack is going to be a lot harder. It's basically a even harder version of the attack from before of the slime, and it's a lot harder to dodge its obstacles because of how small the openings are. So as you can see, I died, and if I click the return to main menu button, I go back to the main menu. Now, that map is also pretty big, and there's a lot of goblins, of course, that you'll encounter on the way to the boss. So I'll go ahead and just show off the boss here. The boss also has a different unique attack. I'll go ahead and edit my save file once again to teleport me to the boss. So if I type in these coordinates here, and I change my map. Well, my map's actually already at map 3, so that's fine. And I run the program again, and I go back to save select. I should be at the boss now. So basically there's an NPC for the boss. Okay, so I'm basically at the boss area right here. There's the boss. If I talk to him, press enter on him, and there's his little dialogue there. And I press enter again, I will engage into battle with the boss. So I'll go ahead and show off his attack as well. His is actually different from the different attacks that we saw before. This one's different because there's like lasers that will come out of these cubes here. And basically they'll fire every so often, and I have to dodge them. So they just fired right there, and I'm just going to dodge them. And if I run into them, I actually take quite a bit of damage, so I'll show that off right there. I take quite a bit of damage from that. And this is supposed to be the hardest attack in the game. So yeah, once you beat the boss, you essentially beat the game. The game is still playable afterwards. Like, you can still go back and kill mobs and level up and whatever if you want, but the story finishes after you beat the boss there. So yeah, that's basically our game.